everyone, and welcome to episode 40, I had to look, of Two Sisters and Some Yarn. I'm Denise, I'm the big sis.
I'm Amy, I'm the little sis.
And we got lots to talk about today.
It is almost a new year.
Yep. Got like finishes, a few finishes,
not too much,
some whips. A lot of my whips are acquisitions at the same time. And then I got a podcast I want to tell you all about, and I got just to share a goal that I have for the coming year for my knitting.
Kicking my shoes
I don't usually set goals like that, but I thought this one would be kind of fun. So
my goal is to use some stash.
Yeah.
And hopefully we are recording, right? Yes. Okay. The glitchiness, we can't plug up everything in the fan at the same time. So we are plugging up the microphone and no fan. So people said it didn't really bother them too much with the glitching, and we have a light in case it gets dark, but
yeah.
I can only plug so many things into the MacBook, so.
And if you hear any noise, executive producer Andrew is here. He may or may not make some noise. Poor fella. 15 years old, pretty much deaf, pretty much blind. Poor fella, the other day when everybody was here for Christmas, he got stepped on.
Poor thing.
Yeah, he just gets overwhelmed.
He's still chugging along, though.
Yeah, he gets overwhelmed when there's lots of people here. I mean, everybody loves him to death, but there was like 21 people in my house on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but if you can't see and hear that well, and you don't know where all the feet are.
And he's trying to find me.
Right.
And I'm running around making sure everybody has food and all that stuff.
And it's not like he's a pick up and carry dog anyway. So
after he got stepped on, he must have got hurt a little bit because I went to pick him up and he yelped.
Aww.
You know, sometimes if he underneath here, and I picked him up just fine because he got a bath the day before because I give him a bath and he licks himself and he's got bad teeth and it's like stinky dog. So it's like, why bother?
Yeah.
Give him a bath.
He's an old dog. So.
Yeah. So he may or may not make noise.
If he does, oh well.
The husband you may hear in the background, he's going to probably come in and get ready to go into the swamp and go hunting.
Yay.
Funny story.
Yes.
His brother, they went in this morning. His brother overslept or whatever and didn't make it in there when they like traditionally go in and first thing in the morning. Because you try to get in before daylight so you're not going by somebody's stand and, busting a dough out or whatever. And, he was just going in to, I think he was going to move something or something to do with his camera. So he decided, he wasn't even dressed in hunting clothes. He was in street clothes. And he's walking around. He was just looking around and he come up on a buck. He got him a buck this morning. He did not even go in to hunt.
Jeez.
Like, okay.
Always have your gun.
Well, he did. And it's gun season now. It's not, I don't think they're using their gun season right now. There's bow season, primitive weapon season, and gun season, and it's gun season right now.
Like, we're hunting some guns.
No.
When
they go up to Missouri, it's bow.
I don't know anything about hunting.
Yeah, so yes.
Sorry.
Before all the PETA people come after us or anything like that, I live in the country. They hunt. We get deer. I don't care for deer meat, but
I like deer roast.
He had some summer sausage made. That was good stuff. And but they do hunt, and we have deer head on the wall, so just save it. Don't come after us.
And if you don't like us, wah.
It is what it is.
You can submit your complaint form too. Anyway, okay.
www.don'tcare.com. But yeah, it's just that's our lifestyle. That's,
I mean, I'm not going to sit outside in the cold.
I'm not going to go do it, but it's their thing, and, they want to do it. And just like my husband's not going to knit. So.
Even if you could go sit in the deer stand and knit, I could sit on my sofa and knit, so I'm not going there.
Yeah, but it was just too funny that his brother didn't even go in to hunt.
And he deer pee on them to make
them no, not them, but in around their
you
stands.
Still smell it.
Some of them have deer stands. Some of them, like Mark, he hangs from a tree in a saddle.
Yeah, no.
It's a whole thing. You know how we have all our knitting paraphernalia?
Yeah,
there is a whole world of paraphernalia for hunting, especially,
And it's way more expensive.
Yes, it is.
So we can't say nothing about you.
No, I'm golden. I am golden. He never would anyway.
No, he would.
But anyway, I just thought that was funny.
That is funny. Yeah. Accidentally.
So you may or may not hear him.
If not,
he's going to come in and get ready and head back out into the woods.
Although I have learned you can take out sounds on this.
Ah.
So I haven't figured it out yet. But apparently, in my nifty little editing software, you can do some tricks. So I haven't figured them all out yet.
Well, I mean, you figured it out where you got our little logo at the beginning.
And I don't remember how I did it, so I just keep saving the new video over the old video and taking out the
on your computer?
Like, just keep repeating it.
Yeah. I mean, because it's on YouTube.
Because why am I saving it? I mean,
Yeah.
really. And if they get lost to the interwebs, and nobody's crying over that.
It's not like we have 100,000 subscribers.
No. But we are thankful for the ones we have.
Yes, we do. Oh, we've gone off on little, what do they call them? Tangents or whatever. Yeah. But that makes me, that reminds me. Yes, if this is your first time.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking us out. If you feel so inclined. If you feel, English. If you feel so inclined.
Click
the like button. People,
You know what? You can hit the dislike too, because guess what? Same algorithm.
Yeah.
It doesn't really...
We're not everybody's cup of tea, and we're okay with that. But if you wish to subscribe, cool.
But if you
want to be notified, that's cool too.
One night... And
I don't get notified on anybody. I find that annoying.
But if you get bored one night and you want to just turn us on with the sound off, we'd get more watch hours, and then maybe we could get monetized.
Well, you have to reach a certain number, too.
You have to get watch hours. We've got the number. We don't have the watch hours.
Oh, I thought it was numbers.
It's both.
Oh, and I thought the number was higher than what we have.
No, I think it's only like 500 subscribers. Oh. But it's like 1,000 watch hours or something like that. So we don't have that much because we don't record them.
Would you say that we've only recorded 6 times this year?
Yeah, the year in review was like, you uploaded 6 times.
So that's every other month. So that's pretty much us.
This is not our job. But hey, if we can monetize, if they're going to put ads on it anyway.
Do we have ads now?
I think YouTube will put ads on whether you are monetized or not.
Yeah, I don't watch us, so I don't know what pops up.
There goes the fan, the glitching, so I don't know. Hope it's okay. If not, oh well.
That's just crazy.
I don't know. I think a lot of people just listen anyway, because I don't watch every podcast I watch. I'm knitting and doing other things.
Some I watch. Usually I'm on my phone.
So when they say, hey, look at this,
Yeah.
So if it gets super glitchy.
It's like TV, I don't actually watch the TV.
So that's a sidebar. If anybody knows something I could plug into the MacBook that would allow me to plug in more USBs to it, that would be cool.
Yeah, we didn't have enough places.
Because right now I have the microphone, the camera.
Well, what is that right there? Is that
That's an HDMI.
Oh, that's not a port.
Right.
Okay.
So the fan underneath the computer that could cool it off, which we actually don't know how much it really cools it off, is USB, then the microphone, then the camera, because the MacBook camera sucks. So the only other thing I can do from time to time is to stop and edit and yada yada, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's we're 7 minutes in and it's already
doing it. So it's good. It's going to do it. I don't even know if running the fan would make that big a difference, but the microphone does help. Otherwise y'all wouldn't be able to hear us, so we have to get right here.
And you don't want to see
and you don't want that. So if anybody knows of any technological device that you hook into a MacBook that allows you to hook in other USBs, let us know. So
I have to share my cool.
That is cute. I've got to talk to her.
You haven't done it yet?
No, I forgot to message her. I got sidetracked and you said the kids were sick and.
Oh well, it's fine.
Yeah,
everybody's fine.
I haven't decided.
Got that from our niece. Woo, that's blurry.
Yeah,
I love the Grinch. So.
You know why? The Grinch didn't really hate Christmas. The Grinch hated people, and that's valid.
Yep.
So, I'm just saying. Okay, so before we get into the nitty gritties.
Yes, you have something you want to talk about.
Who done it? You might be here because of Who Done It.
Who Done Knit?
Who Done Knit? Oh, sorry, my neighbor's messaging me. She didn't understand what I was saying. Sorry, I'll answer her later. Anyway, Who Done Knit is a make-along for the new year because I'm insane and decided to make my own. And I wrote a murder mystery.
Which I have no clue what it is. I'm going to do it with everybody else at the same time.
Which, did you fill out the form?
I did.
Okay, so
I got your email.
Yes, okay, I got my test email? All right.
I responded.
I don't know. I didn't check everybody's responses yet. Okay, so...
But I did get it.
I will try to leave any links to on YouTube community because I know some people don't do Instagram, but the bulk of everything will be through Instagram because that'll be the easiest way to do it. So there is a link in our bio, which you have to actually go to our bio, go to the link tree, and the first link should be the participant sign up form. Which it's
a Google doc,
it's a Google document. I'm gonna do everything through Google because Google will turn all your stuff into spreadsheets for you and do all of the work for you. So the Google form thus turns into a spreadsheet to which I can track things on. So I sent out a test email to everybody who had signed up thus far.
This is so glitchy.
I'm trying not to look at myself when it does it. I sent out a test email Sunday morning. Excuse me. So if you signed up after that, you haven't got an email yet. Oh, Lord, that's glitchy.
Is it do it when the fan's on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll finish my spiel and then we'll see what we want to do.
Yeah.
Because we can always edit. I can always edit. So anyway.
Yeah.
So, if you signed up after Sunday morning, then you didn't get the test email yet, but I'm going to send a welcome email this week. So basically the premise is very simple. You're going to make whatever you want to make, whether knit, crochet, sew, weave, paint, draw, sculpt, whatever you want to do. Make whatever you want to make. Obviously we're fiber based, but and you're going to sign up. So I have your email. So if your email bounced back to me, I tested it again, and if it bounces back again, I'll have to figure out somebody to get in touch with you. So make sure your email is spelled correctly when you fill it out. And the reason I did the test batch was I wasn't sure if Google was going to let me.
Yeah, I actually read your email.
That many people at one time, so it did. But a lot of people went into spam. So check your spam. So basically, you're going to knit whatever you want, and I'm going to email you the story in parts. The first week there'll be no clues from any podcasters, just because you're just starting to read the story. There's really no clue to give.
Yeah, I don't even know what's. I'm going to find out with everybody else. So
starting the second week, I will have a list of podcasters / supporters who will be giving you clues, but it could be a red herring and not a true clue, and you won't know which is which unless you're a beta reader and you're not supposed to say anything. So, because some people have already reddited it, and they edited it, and they're not going to say none of that. That was just me, not the computer. So anyway, there are some makers who have some specific make-along things. Carissa from Sweet Mountain Crafts, which I have to show, and I have
good, because that's what I ordered. I ordered the sock set.
So Carissa made a sock set.
I ordered that.
I think she doesn't have the bags and the stitch marker, I think, anymore. Just
I just got the sock set.
I got the whole shebang. And then Holly...
I would hope so.
Right, but I got the bag. Well, yeah, but fair and square. Whoever buys it, buys it. And Holly of Mystery Mouse Yarns has a yarn, and I think she has a couple. I don't know if she's still selling hers or if it was a limited thing. I can't remember what she said. You have to check her website, which we will show. And Liz Clothier is gonna have a pattern which should be released. I thought she said in blocks in the January issue, and on her website or Love Crafts. I think she said her website was having some issues, and that's called the Rosie Shawl, because there's a character named Rosie. I'm trying to remember what else is trying to remember what else was make-along specific. So you can make whatever you want, knit whatever you want, do whatever you want, but if you use those things and or any other thing on theme, like Chicken Lady Fiber Arts, murdery related yarns.
The Murder Knit Shawl.
Yeah.
I saw somebody posted that.
A New Orleans-y colorway. Any kind of, I'm going to use my discretion, but it's going to be obvious if it's on theme. You'll get a little extra points for that.
So it's just a knit along while you're reading it and trying to figure out who done it.
Right. So when you read each week, you'll get to the part and take your sweet time reading it. It's not going to, there's no speed or race to the finish here. There's not even a deadline to sign up. If you want to wait till last week, your entry's still your entry. But
how long does it go for?
I think it's going to be in 5 parts plus the conclusion, or is it 5 parts with the conclusion? I don't remember. I still have to do one lesson.
So basically it's a week at a time?
Yeah, basically a week at a time. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to count everybody's, and that's entry each week. So each week that you are going to fill out the Google form with your name, your info, what you're making, any guesses if you want to make them, that's your entry. Extra little entries are if it's on point, on theme. So in theory, you could wait to week 4 and not have guessed at all and still be participating.
Gotcha.
There's not going to be like a cutoff, but I am going to go through,
Well, I'm not going to try to guess.
You can guess.
But I'll do I'll probably make socks because I'm getting a sock set.
And you don't have to finish your project. Whips do count if you've already started something. It doesn't, on theme. I'm not picky. You can double dip, triple dip,
so
whatever.
It's a participatory knit along.
So, and I will choose prizes. Good night, Irene. I will choose prizes from, overall everybody. Then somebody who guessed right, somebody who guessed wrong, I'll have like 3 or 4 prize
cool.
things, and I don't even know all the prizes yet. So if you want to donate prizes, by all means, hit me up. But it'll be a nice variety of stuff. Promise.
Nice.
And prizes won't even go out until after Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras is very early this year.
It is early.
And we're going 13th.
Yeah, it's right. You're
still going out?
We're going out of town.
Gotcha.
So I figured that gives everybody time to read it, everybody time to make stuff, and me a buffer to not have to feel like I got to hurry up and do it before we go out of town.
Cool.
So I think that's the gist. If you have, and there is a Telegram group that I created. If you want to join it, you don't have to join it. It's just purely,
I never think to go to...
I didn't even add you to it because you're never on Telegram.
No, I never think to do it because I went into Anna's and, was participating a little bit. And then it's like 3 days go by. It's like, oh, yeah, I haven't even gone in there and looked. Instagram and Facebook is what I generally do.
I just didn't even add you because I know you don't ever go in there. So.
No
but that's
offense
just
to anybody.
A place to chit-chat. You're not going to hear any secrets or anything like that.
A lot of people use Discord.
They do.
And I don't even do that.
And I do Discord, but the only reason I don't do a lot of Discord stuff is because I do have a couple, one other...
I've heard it's not as user-friendly.
It's not super user-friendly, but it is neat how it organizes everything. And there's one YouTuber that I'm a subscriber to that I'm in her Discord, but it is a little weird for me because that is the way the Let Them Love staff communicates. So that's what I use Discord for. So... like my handle is like pro-life knitter, and that's a little weird at other servers because the other people like
yeah, right.
So, and it isn't the most user friendly, and it isn't the most.
Yeah, I'm in Crazy Sock Lady's YouTube membership.
Yeah,
she has a Facebook group and posted about maybe doing something on Discord, and the majority of people posted saying, let's just stay here.
Yeah, well, the only reason Discord is helpful is because it does offer a security level that other things don't have. That's why Let Them Love uses it, because it offers I forget what the word is, but encryption. I think encryption that keeps things safe.
Hackers, it kind of discourages a little bit.
Right, because you have to have an encryption compliant thing when you communicate.
Back to your whodunit. When does it actually start?
You technically starts January 1st.
Okay.
But I'm not... Whips count. So if you want to knock
yourself
out, go ahead.
When do you send the first email out to...
January 1st-ish.
Okay. You may have said, but I don't
I'm going to send a welcome email this week, and then I'll do one last check on the 1st. So if you sign up, you don't sign up till after I've sent the first... Then you're going to have to say, hey, I didn't get the email, and then I'll have to go and manually find you and send it to you. Because this is not anything...
Then you can post on Instagram and say, this is...
Let's go.
Did you get your email? Right. If not...
Because this is not an automated thing. This is me literally going to the spreadsheet, pulling all the emails, and making an email. So, because I'm not paying for any automation.
You're not what?
I'm not paying for an automation program. This is me manually doing it.
Okay.
So...
Cool.
But anyway, yeah. So, technically January 1st.
Okay.
So, but...
Very cool.
I realize people are in different parts of the world, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, my sister, the overachiever. But you have always been very talented in the writing area.
Yeah, hopefully y'all think
very good at that. No, she's very, very good at that. So, I mean, this is her writing this. This is her imagination. This is her writing it.
I did have it edited, and I did have my author friend, who is an actual real author, read it, and she...
Did you know her books are in Serenchi Coffee?
Yes. Okay. Yes. And she said she liked the story. So I'm like,
cool.
And I tried my best to make it, I think there's maybe one curse word in it, and I may have edited it out. I can't remember, because I was trying to keep it not, cursy, because some people don't like that.
Yeah.
Although it's about murder.
It's a not so happy subject. So.
Right. I mean, but it's not supposed to be like highfalutin literature here. Let's just,
Yeah.
I ain't no Shakespeare. All right. So do we want to attempt to mess with the fan before we carry on?
Yes, let's pause.
Okay. Pause. Please hold. All right.
Okay, we're back.
Take 2.
Yes.
This.
Before I forget.
Okay.
So that some of the comments before we took our little break about the other night. We are recording this on Tuesday, December 26, 2023. We don't normally mention dates. I never think to do that.
No, but we should, because that's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, that and, I made reference to the other night. That meant Christmas Eve at my house, that kind of thing, so somebody watching this on another date might be like...
Yeah.
What
are you talking about?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, happy birthday, Therese. Okay, so we did change so that it would stop glitching. So we're going to try to be loud enough, and hopefully I can edit the sound as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to be quieter and not sound as good, probably to you, but
we will do our best.
buy me a computer. I mean, what do you want me to do?
We are not professionals. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. We are not professionals. We don't generally do show notes.
No.
So that if you have any questions, or if we did mumble or talk too fast and you need information and have questions, put a comment down below, or you can email us at
twosistersandsameyarn@gmail.com.
And
or DM us on Instagram, or leave a comment, or I don't think you can message on YouTube. That would be handy.
Yeah, I don't think.
you can do
No, I don't think you can.
But there's a community tab, so when I post or whatever.
But we do like comments. We're we're kind of needy that way. We kind of like comments, kind of like Sally Field.
They love me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna like, who's that? But
well, that'd be sad. But anyway, so we appreciate you watching, and if you have any whodunit questions, please.
Nitty questions.
Message me.
If you want to know who made a bag or a stitch marker or a yarn or a pattern or whatever. We try to remember to give all the information, but sometimes I get rolling and I forget. So any questions, please just let us know.
Okay. Finishes. Or do you want to do your goals first? Or do you want to do this afterwards?
I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, since this is our last podcast for 2023.
Hey, so that's 7 uploads in 2023.
Woo! I don't normally do this, but I kind of made a little goal for myself because I don't do New Year's resolutions and all that stuff because just like saying I'm not going to buy yarn, it never works. It never works. But I do kind of have a sort of goal, and this goal was inspired basically by Amy of Noble Character Crafts. Mm-hmm. If you aren't watching her, you really should. She's the one that does the Make 9 chat make along.
Yeah,
and you do the grid, and she's really, I really enjoy her podcast. But she had a goal for 2023 that she was going to knit through all of her Knit Picks Felici stash, sock stash. So she was making a pair of socks every month, and I thought, well, that's really cool. I mean, I've got Knit Picks, but I'm not going to do that. I have, and I'll show in whips. My goal for 2024 is, because you can't see it, but the middle cabinet up there, the top shelf, is all Peyton's Croy. The bottom shelf is all Knit Picks Felici. But I'm going to start with the Peyton's Croy, and I'm going to try to work through as much of my Peyton's Croy stash making socks throughout the year as I can. I'm not going to say for sure I'm going to do a pair every month, because I don't do a pair of socks every month anyway.
No. And putting a number on it might be too much pressure.
Well, not that. I just don't want, I may or may not, but my goal is to, in addition to everything else and all the squirrel moments I'm going to have and the starts and the ripping out and everything, one of my pretty much my main goal for the year is going to be to knit through that stash, and I'm going to make socks. I know I can make hats and mitts and all that, but I think I'm going to challenge myself to make, socks.
Yeah, because you're going to wear socks. Like, I don't wear them enough.
I haven't worn any this year yet.
But it hasn't been cold enough.
Not really, no.
I'm very excited that this week it's going to finally be maybe fireplace weather. So
yeah, the rest of this week is supposed to be pretty cool.
I literally turned the heater on last week.
Yeah.
Just because Paul was whining.
We did once.
And it didn't
Christmas
work.
Eve, we had the air on. Oh, it didn't work.
It didn't work because the new install that I had to practically sell a kidney to pay for, they forgot to actually turn on the valve.
Oh no.
They turned the gas off.
You got it fixed now?
Yeah, I called them and I was like, y'all installed it this summer and it's not blowing hot air. Pretty sure y'all either forgot to light the pilot light or you forgot to turn the gas back on.
Oh, so, it's gas.
It's
Ours
gas.
We're electric.
Gas. So, and yeah, that's what it was. They had to come out and kind of hang their head in shame, like, yeah, we forgot that. Yeah, I get it. It was hot. You didn't want to be in the attic any longer than you had to, but come on. Checklist,
Yeah. Pride and workmanship.
I spent that much
there was
money.
No such thing.
It should turn on the first damn time. Okay.
It's a whole thing. Don't get me on that.
It was a lot of money. Okay. So,
but that's my goal pretty much for the coming year.
I haven't made it
to try to work to knit, because I got a whole. I mean, it's like
a lot.
Yeah, I got a lot of yarn anyway. But the top shelf is all Peyton's. The bottom shelf is all Knit Picks Felici.
See, I haven't made any particular goals because the only thing I was trying to do was finish some things before the new year. Mm-hmm. And because I have like 2 or 3 major projects that have a deadline of like May. So that's pretty much my spring. Other than, a random baby blanket, or I keep hat knitting in the car, I don't really count that as my project.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like all the blanket whips don't count.
I have 2 dolls to make.
Because I have
and those dolls for I thought I showed it last time, but maybe I just took a picture. But a lady at church wants me to make these 2 dolls for her. Like
I don't think you shared about
every
that.
Every grandchild got a crocheted doll or a toy, and there were 2 twin girls that she died before she could make their dolls, so they were the last of the grandkids.
Oh, is that program that you signed up for to finish some of
this is just a lady in church asking me to do this.
Okay.
So the girls turn 18 and graduate this May. So she wanted them to have the dolls that they would have had if Grandma had been able to make them. So I was like,
I don't do amigurumi or anything
and
like
it's not
that.
really amigurumi. It's kind of the way she did it. It kind of looks like she did a lot of half double or in the back, and I don't have a pattern, so I have to either take a pattern and kind of make it. And I think I can look at it and just do it close enough. But I found all the yarn. I went to Hobby Lobby. And I stood there with the doll, and I matched everything. So I have all the yarn. And there's another lady in church who crochets, but then I was like, but they're twins, and then it won't be exactly the same, or as close to exactly the same as we can get it. And they're twins, so it should match, So I have those to make, and then at some point, my bestie's son will eventually be proposing to his girlfriend, which I don't think anybody who watches this doesn't already know that.
God, he's old enough to do that?
Yes, he'll be 25 this month. Katrina.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking
not those.
I'm thinking of the other bestie.
Not the other bestie. The other bestie.
Okay.
The older bestie.
Gotcha.
So anyway, I have a wedding blanket to make at some point, and I've got the yarn for that, and I started a pattern, and I don't like it.
So now I crochet
because
I know. I keep starting knit blankets and going, this is not.
And it's that threaded that yarn like you liked with the strands.
Yeah.
You can't knit that. That's a bitch to knit. So
and sometimes it's
a
little
hard to crochet.
Sometimes
the pattern I had picked out had a whole lot of front post, back post, which that's fiddly with that kind of yarn because of the strands.
And then it also uses a lot more yarn.
Uses a lot. So I think I'm gonna I still haven't found what I'm gonna make, but I think I'm gonna just go with something simple. Just keep it simple because the yarn's that pretty gradient. So that's just going to be pretty enough,
What about if you made just like a wide stole and just kind of made it a square?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I kind of wanted to go in the round out because of the gradient.
Round.
But then again, going up with the gradient would be cool too. So I haven't decided what I'm doing. So cool. That is my 3 major projects that are all due.
So that's kind of your goal.
Yeah, like the dolls by graduation, which is like early May. And then whenever... I just wanted to get a jump start on the wedding blanket because I have no idea how long they'll be engaged or what. Right. And
so are they?
Not officially.
Okay.
Not yet. He's gonna. We all know he's gonna. But she knows he's gonna. It's just a matter of when.
Perfect timing.
Yep. And some people only get engaged for like 2 months. Some people do it for a year. I have no clue what their plans are.
For years.
Right. I mean, I have no idea their plan for long term. So I'm like, better get cracking because crafty ADD, and I feel like I want to make something else.
Right.
So that's my goals for 2024.
Yeah, I just have the one. That's let me try that because I thought that was really cool.
I forgot to show this. What's that? That's my squirrel. I forgot to say for the whodunit, if you want to knit or read anything true crimey murdery as well as my nifty story. Because this whole story is only like 27 pages. Okay?
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's a book, people.
Okay.
But if you want to watch murder or true crime as well, I'm going to be reading this book because it just looked really good. I don't know. Thursday Murder Club.
Oh, cute.
It just sounded like...
Cool.
Like this says a little beacon of pleasure, which... Being murder is a little odd, but, I wanted to give it a try. So that's another little thing.
Cool.
If you watch something or you're reading something and you want to
just kind of continue
tag
the theme.
us on, and we do have the hashtag on Instagram.
What is the hashtag?
You can do who done it, and it's who done knit
KNIT,
and then also who done it like 2024 or Matt.
Okay,
like all 3 of them. I'm just gonna watch them all.
Cool.
Sorry, that was my little squirrel.
Okay, well, that's all I was going to talk about as far as that. Now, I guess
you want to
finishes.
talk about the podcast that you liked first?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I just stumbled across.
Why did it glitch again?
Yeah.
The fan's on, isn't it?
I guess.
Yep, I feel it. Okay. Well, if it glitches, it glitches. Oh, well,
Yeah.
maybe it's just the way the computer is. Okay, go ahead. It is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to mention a podcast that I just kind of sort of stumbled on, and it's called Juan the Yarn Addict. Juan.
Juan the Yarn Addict.
Juan the Yarn Addict. It's just a sweet, cute little podcast. He talks about crochet.
Cool.
He does tutorials.
Cool.
And I think a lot of them, they do tutorials, they do yarn reviews, they do haul videos. We don't do any of that.
No.
So, but this one was kind of cute. I just not that he needs viewers, because I think he just hit 20,000 subscribers. But it's something new to watch. I'm always looking for something new. So that's about it. That's all I had there. Okay. I know there's others I probably mentioned or wanted to mention and I've forgotten, but that's about it. Episode 41, gold.
Good deal. Now on to the yarn with the glitches. But the fan's not even on. See, that's what I don't understand. Why is it glitching if the fan's not even on?
Maybe it's the computer.
Well, until I get a sugar daddy, I'm not going to get another MacBook. So, and despite the fact that I forgot my wedding ring, I am still married.
And I guess recording on the phone doesn't work?
No, because I don't have the space.
Ah.
I don't even have space half the time for my photos. I have to go in and like.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess we've got finished objects first.
We do. And
how many do you have?
I have not very many.
How many you got?
3, 4.
I've got 2. I can go and do mine, and then you can talk about yours. Okay. My first finished object is crochet. And I made, check how that looks on the screen.
Kind of matches.
This is a crocheted pot holder. See how it's got the
I've made that
the
before,
seam there. And okay, my printer. I do.
You can kind of do one similar like that and make the one that makes a circle.
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah.
But this is. It's called.
Look, Joe.
Oh. It's crochet. It's called Bev's.
Oh, it's one of Bev's patterns?
Bev's Country Cottage, Turn on Itself pot holder, or the Magic pot holder. This is not her design. She said, because actually you go to a blog and
she's been around a long time.
Yeah. She says somebody sent her the name of the original designer of the pattern, Marion Rago of Athens, Michigan. She adapted copyright 1997, and I think she did this in 2020. And it's a crochet double thick pot holder, and based on the number of stitches I did, that was supposed to come out square. That's not square. That's
not square, but
it works. It works because I used it last night, like the lid off the gumbo pot last night. So it works.
Yeah, she's got a ton of great patterns. Bev's Country Cottage, and she does a lot of charity work. If you're on Facebook and you like to do charity stuff, let me know and I can add you to her Facebook group. She's a very lovely lady. Got it.
But that's my one finish. I have something similar in whips that I'll show in whips, but that's my first. My first finish. And the other thing I have to show is technically a half-finished object.
It's a hoe.
It's a hoe. We'll show this side. It looks better. Wait. Yeah, we'll show that side. It looks better. I'm in
all they saw was glitches.
I know. I'm the Bakery Bears podcast. I'm in their I do their Patreon. I'm a patron on their Patreon. And every Christmas season they do an Advent. They do Advent for the 24 days, and they do a mystery knit-along.
Trying to get the focus.
Kay does the mystery knit-along, and this year's was this sock. Her theme was Nutcracker, and these are the Nutcracker socks.
They are cute.
I have one. I used the recommended needle size, which is actually a little big.
Yeah,
for me, it's a little loose. So I make it again. I'm probably not going to do the second sock because I probably won't wear it.
Just going to add it to your wall.
Yeah, actually I am. It's going to go up there. But
she has a wall of socks.
Yeah, I do. The single socks. And she has a lot of, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
There's the trees, and there's a stripe, and then there's this here.
You gotta give it a second. Hold on.
There's like a diamond pattern, and then this green section had something to do with the sugar plum fairies. No, that's the sugar plum fairy right there. That's it. The different stitches that she, and then It's a really cute pattern, and it was really fun to do, and actually I look forward to it. They do a little video, but you got to be a patron.
Yeah.
To do it, so.
That's
But it's my only other finish recently that that I can think of. I don't think I finished anything else.
Did you give anything for Christmas presents or something?
No.
Okay.
No. We don't do gifts.
So since it glitches anyway, do you want me to plug the microphone back in?
I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
I mean, I think we're talking loud enough.
Okay, that's fine. It's good. Apparently, a glitch is what you get, so who knows?
I think it's your computer.
I think it is. I think it's just the memory that it needs, and
I don't know. Can you take stuff off of it?
there's not that much on there.
Oh, okay. But that's all my finished objects. Everything else is either acquisitions or whips.
Okay.
But somebody else has some pretty awesome
I do have some.
finishes to share with us.
I do. I have some minor ones and a big one. All right. This one, we'll do the little ones. This one I don't know if I'm supposed to show because it was testing Neil's. So look away if you don't want to. Actually, I probably shouldn't show it because it was testing for his.
Don't do it. Has it come out yet? Okay, there you go.
I tested
one of the dishcloths.
I tested his dishcloth.
There's a dishcloth every month.
I don't know if he was going to change it for. And it's a mystery every month.
Yeah.
The dissident in the Blocked magazine. So maybe it was.
Anna does those every single month.
Yeah. So that one came out okay. It took me a minute to get it, but all right. And of course,
let me see. Show it to me. I don't ever do them.
It's hard
I don't ever think to do it.
I got it right away what that was, but then do you get what those are? And it's related to the theme of. No, that's the wrong way. It's related to the theme of the January issue.
I can't really tell what it is.
Will be murder mystery.
I can't. I can't tell. Tell me later. I can't hear.
A game.
Oh, got it. You wanted the heads?
Nah, that's a little baby one. So.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this is just for my Let Them Live stash. Which thank you to everybody that keeps sending me stuff.
I need to get my butt and get some stuff made.
I always need stuff. I'm gonna always need stuff, and I very much appreciate the blankets and the hats. Carista of Sweet Mountain Crafts has, I think they have like a yarn group or something, or a knitting group or something, and some of the ladies they're sewing stuff. They have sent the most adorable quilts,
really?
Like actual quilts.
You need to. Did she send them to you or directly to them?
Me.
You should share them.
Yeah, I will. I haven't got them all. I haven't shared pictures of all of them yet.
Yeah.
And then she, there's like a lady that does Project Linus blankets, and she sent me some of those because it's like basic flannel. It doesn't have to be fancy, you know. It's just flannel blanket with the edging, you know. So
oh yeah.
It doesn't have to be all fancy. So, all right. Then this is one. I know you don't like the corner to corners, but I really liked.
I find it too dense.
But I love the denseness.
And I don't care for the denseness.
But I loved this one because of the way that what it did. Because I took the.
I'm trying to like.
I know. I'm trying to spread it.
In the middle, so there's a middle.
Can everybody see it? Okay. So what I did was.
Thank you for playing.
What I did was. I made them squares and joined them. So there are 4 squares that I joined.
Oh, okay, yeah, here.
Yep.
And then here.
So you could really play with the colors.
That's cool.
So I was like, let me try that and see what it does, you know, because a lot of times I just do the stripes. And I was like, well, let me do, because it gets big and wonky. So I was like, maybe if they were smaller squares, when you sew them together, it won't be so off. And it definitely helped. It's much more square.
Now, do you put borders on these?
No, because it's nice and square and even.
Yeah,
you could. I mean, I have seen people do that.
But it is straight.
So when you make these smaller squares, it's much straighter. So I was like, huh. So that's like a fun little way to play with colors and scraps and stuff like that.
Very cool.
And Pinkba has gotten me all into the scrappy looking, quilt looking things.
Oh, I love scrappy projects.
I know. So.
Scrappy socks.
And this is my finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, Winona is wearing it.
Is sporting a crochet cardigan by Megan Makes Do, who needs some hugs and prayers. Did you see her post? Her dad died.
Aww.
All of a sudden. So please give her some love.
Yes.
Very cool pattern designer. I will say the pattern was great. The premise of the changing yarn every row, not a fan, but it is what it is because it had so many ends. But you don't see my ends. I spent my Christmas day, weaving in ends. I did. It has pockets.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
It has pockets.
Nice.
I think
I may have hit the table.
that's
sorry.
okay. I think this was supposed to be this way, like
thicker on the bottom.
like this way, one strip.
Oh.
But I wanted it to go a little bit more over here, and I didn't want to try to figure out how long that would be. So I just did the edging myself and just went. So I changed that part. I'm pretty sure this is not the way it looks on hers. Like, I'm 99% sure that I changed it.
Is it a half double back loop?
Single back loop.
Single back loop. Okay.
Yeah, single back loop. So, I mean, the pattern, I think she tells you to, go back and forth like this. Picking up those stitches. But like I said, I didn't know how long I wanted that to be. So it is definitely crochet because it's bulky. But,
There you go. You can see the sleeve. I think it's a really cool look with that stitch.
The stitch is really cool.
Box stitch, I think is what it's called.
Her pattern actually had like a white, and it was much more, had a big halo on it. And then she did a solid, like, brown right here, which is really cool and really pretty, and that's what caught my eye. But when I picked up the yarn that she called for it, I said I do not want to make that because it's just the feel of it was like,
I don't like fuzzy yarns.
I don't really like fuzzy yarns, but I can see why in that pattern you would want a little more oof, and that's my official term, oof, in the stitch, because it,
the fuzz kind of like makes it seem fuller and thicker.
Yeah, it makes it fuller and thicker and probably lighter without the density of...
If you got, because...
I'm Italian for a minute.
What is it? Like woolen spun as opposed to one of them's lighter than the other.
Like if you had the balls to do mohair with it, would probably be phenomenal. But I would die.
It's too hot down here for that.
It's way too hot down here for that. So, Neil, I showed it to Neil, said he really liked it, and, he was trying to figure out, how do you make it, more manly, And I'm like, well, I think colors would be a big difference, and probably just the sleeves, because the sleeves do kind of do the poof thing right here. That's my other official term, the poof thing. And just make them less, more tapered. You
do a rapid decrease at the cuff.
The only thing I will say, if you do make it, is try your arm on, because you knit the sleeves separate and then you attach them.
Oh. Okay.
And
is it a paid for?
Yes. So, but I'm just if you pay for it, you're gonna know this part. But just try your sleeves on, because some people have fatter arms as it goes up, and you needed more stitches than it said. And some people had to rip back like 10 rows when they realized this. And started over.
But that's one thing about crochet. Ripping out and starting over is super easy. Yeah,
but I tried it on to here, and then I didn't think about when you bend your arm, you need a little more. I don't want the goiter, but
Oh, like on my sweater? It's got to be a huge goiter where I messed up.
Yeah, that's still funny.
That's my house sweater. But I love it. I wear it all the time.
Joe thinks that's hilarious.
What?
Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Your goiter. So anyway, I would recommend it. It was not a super expensive pattern. She has several other sweaters that I was like, because crochet doesn't always relate. Is that the right word? Translate well in garments. It doesn't always.
They stretch out. Yeah. They get crochet garments are heavy, and then they weigh down and stretch out.
And when you need this much fabric as I do,
Same here.
It takes more. But her designs are really cool, and she's got hats, and
some things just don't look as good in crochet too, and a lot of times sweaters don't look very good in crochet.
It's okay.
Yeah, and hats. That's why it's one of the main reasons I learned how to knit was. That I just thought the hats looked better. It's just
a different texture. But she has some really cool takes on it. And I think she has knit patterns, too. I could be wrong. But Megan Makes Do. That's her name. And that's her.
And I know some people say, well, you can do Tunisian crochet and it's everything. If you're going to make it look like knit, knit. Just knit. That's me.
Jackie, with another podcast that we like, Crochet HD. Crochet ADHD.
Crochet, yeah.
She's doing Tunisian.
I saw that.
I think we're gonna get her to the dark side one day.
Okay, her. I didn't watch the whole thing, but her video when she was looking like she was like, "Oh, you come here to see me."
Oh yeah. Because
it was
it was
a spoof on like
I forgot
a
what movie that was
thing.
from. Yeah, but yeah,
like
that was funny.
You come to see me.
She's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, she's
hilarious.
so funny.
But I think we're gonna get her one day. She's like, look how pretty it is. I'm like, I know. Look how pretty it is. You could make more things easier.
Just not as quick. Crochet is quicker on a lot of things.
But Tunisian crochet is not fast.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Because it's...
I think I tried it briefly and went, yeah, no.
I mean, I can do it, but I don't love it. And then that's one thing that made me learn how to knit. Because I'm like, why am I going through all this trouble?
Exactly, that's my point. That's my point.
So,
if you want it to look like knit, learn to knit.
Yeah, so that's my finishes.
Yeah, that's it for me on finishes. I'm sure I possibly could have finished something and I just don't remember.
I think I had shown... Did I show the purple blanket? I may not have.
I have no idea.
I was making the purple blanket for one of the Let Them Live girls. Well, I went ahead and mailed it, so if I didn't show it, it's done. I think I posted it. There was just the basket weave one. Remember the purple basket weave
you
one?
did show it, I think. I think you did show that one.
Alright, so
this on here. If I finish something, it's going to be on
I try to post when I finish just as well, in case unless it's for somebody. Excuse me.
Yeah, the last thing I finished was that colorful hat, and I'm pretty sure I showed that on the last podcast.
All right.
I think that's my sweater. I think that's it.
This is gonna make noise, but I need a pin.
I got a few whips and some acquisitions mixed together.
A cute bag from Molly Klein Designs.
Cute. That's an oldie, huh? Oh no, that's one of her. That's one of her buckets.
Bucket ones, yeah. So that's holding my balls. So hold my balls. Alright, so this is what came of Ann Pinkova's Puritanical Knitting Fun Run.
Oh, yeah. The way you had to knit with black.
Yeah. So, what I have to decide now is, because, and I'm not going to show each and every one, but, as I've showed them before, so I made these squares with the black and the various shades of blue, and it's just a granny, but every other row you do a single. That's the color is the single.
Is it like mosaic crochet?
No, because that involves going in the line below.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a granny square, but instead of that's really cute. That's a single, basically single crochet.
It doesn't make it look like a granny square. It looks like it's,
right.
It's, actually going that way. It's very deceiving.
I have all of these. And they're all in the blues and greenies. They're all technically blues, but some of them have green undertones. Some of them have kind of gray undertones.
Why don't you make a pillow?
So do I wind up all these purples and keep going? Because I have a whole bunch of this black. Because I bought a whole bunch from Anna from Opal. So I have plenty of black. So the question is, do I keep going in various shades of like these purples and then like maybe some greens and whatever and then mix them all together? Or do I try to attempt a gradient square? See what I'm saying? Like all the blues together and all the purples together and try to.
Do you have any desire to do the gradient square?
I think it'd be cool, but I don't know if I have the right color because some of them you gotta really. Some of them are really blue and some of them are kind of purpley and some of them are kind of greeny.
I don't know.
So I don't know if I should randomize.
Are you going for a blanket?
A little, yeah, at least a little lap size blanket.
Because I was going to say, do a pillow, make a pillow out of it.
Yeah, but I have a ton of this black, and I'm using this black. Because I'm holding it, am I holding it double?
You holding the black double?
Yes.
Because it's a 4-ply usually from Opal.
I'm holding it double because I had to wind all the blues into, see I still have blues left, so I don't know oh my god, I don't know if I have enough of each one to make more of this.
To make the square.
To make a whole square, because I went pretty big. Or do I just make the squares bigger? But then I have to try to match the colors, and we're past that point. Because I don't know which one was which. So this just might go in the stash of scraps.
Yes. I don't know if that's him or if that's somebody. If he came in, I never heard him.
I think I heard him earlier. So it's just the black, it's just the opal from.
And that's usually a 4-ply.
Yeah.
A little bit thicker than.
Yeah, it was definitely one of these was Knit Fix Felici, and you could definitely tell the difference. Knit Fix Felici was not Felici. What's the other one?
Stroll.
Yeah, Stroll. That one was so much softer than the opal, but
opals
it's
are
a
more
blanket,
rustic
so.
yarn, yes.
So I have to decide, am I going to keep... So that is another 2024 need to do.
Possible.
Because I have these purples, and then I have other rainbowy ones from Molly. I have 2 full rainbow sets from Molly, and I may have a green set. Because I'm a sucker for the gradients, you know?
Do you want to go through the effort of making it a gradient, or do you want to just, I mean, or which appeals to you?
I don't know,
more?
but that is why I did have a little forethought. That's why the stitch markers are in different colors on it. Because, like, the red was the first one I did, the orange one was the second one I did, so I could try to figure out color-wise.
As long as you can remember what your little stitch markers mean.
Though they mean 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to say what you would do because you're going to do whatever you want.
Well,
anyway,
I got to make more squares to decide what I'm going to do, so. Because that's not enough. So you definitely got to do at least purples.
Well, yeah, it's not enough unless you're going to do a pillow.
Right, and mine, I can't do a pillow because in my house that would just get chewed up by the dogs. So
right.
That would be futile. So my only other whip that was worth showing is going to take some effort. Alright. Oh shit. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay.
Holy moly.
Okay. Alright.
What is this?
This is... Alright, this is the right way. Okay, hold that one. Okay. This is not going to be easy to show. This is another half and half.
Oh!
So...
Are you making it as a blanket or as the throw?
A blanket. So it's a DK. All of it's DK. So one half is all green and gray, and I'm not even going to try to show it. But it's all various green and grays. And then this other half, yeah, it's really hard to show.
Oh yeah, and it's like almost like a gradient. With
I kind of accidentally did that where I went darker to lighter.
Okay.
I didn't mean to.
So now you're on the other side.
So now I'm on crazy sides.
Check that out.
So this is crazy purples, green, a little bit of greens, purples, blacks, whites.
Wow.
Crazy colors. And they are all either Chicken Lady Fiber Arts colors or Tina Winted colors. So
have you spoken with her lately?
Yeah, she's cool. She's
good?
fine.
She's good? As long as she's good. That's
she
all
said
that
hello.
matters.
Yep, she says hello. Like this is one of her Schitt's Creek colorways. She's got I got 3 or 4 Schitt's Creek colorways in here.
Wow. That's a lot of yarn.
It's a lot of yarn, but they're so squishy, and I really, really like making these. So this is all Leslie's fault from Naughty Knitwits.
And this is basically a blanket.
Yeah, that's what my goal was, a blanket.
You say you don't like knitting blankets.
I know.
You're actually knitting a blanket.
It does get really cumbersome, you know. But it was just I just randomly grabbed, you know, whatever floated my boat for the colors. The other ones I've done stripes and a little more planing to it. So I just randomly grabbed these. Now, I will say I think my friend Yolanda was doing a half and half, like much smaller squares, and then joining those. That would probably be more doable for most people because then you're not committing to the monstrosity that is this thing. But
you like the corner to corner blankets.
I do like the corner. Apparently, I like the style. So this much, I have this much to go.
That many stitches, but that's still a lot.
Right, because you're going back and forth and picking. You're only picking up one. And her cute. Yes, I got that from
stitch stoppers
from.
You gave me an aqua pair.
Yep, the blue one.
I like it.
So that has been my couch knitting for quite some time now, and it's a lot of yarns, and I just threw them all in here and. Haha, I don't have to check on inspections. I'm not at work. Haha! And it's in my little bag from Temu. Because that's the only thing I've ever bought. Was
okay.
Bag.
So that's your only other whip you brought?
That's my only other whips. Because the only other things I have are fits the whole fam hats.
Ugh. Yeah.
And that's my car. Constant knitting. And I didn't really have.
Okay.
I have like a couple of granny
I have lots and lots of whips,
like
but
little
I'm
random
only
things,
show a few.
you know, baby blankets in the making, but none of them are really. I've been trying to focus. Trying to finish that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, if anybody knows me,
That was a beast.
I have 1,001 whips. I just, you know, I only show the ones I mostly work, you know, spent the most time on.
I mean, that...
So I have a few to share, but...
That was a lot of ends, so, you know.
That was a labor of love.
That was a lot. So.
It's beautiful. It
better get cold as heck this week.
It's supposed to be, I think Friday, the high is going to be 49. Thursday or Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Which I know people are like...
That if it gets below 69 here, I find it cool.
Yeah.
To me, cold is 40s and lower.
Right.
Like 50s and 60s, it's cool.
Y'all have winter. The leaves just fell off my tree in the backyard, which I love because like Saturday or Sunday, because we didn't go anywhere. I didn't leave the house for 2 days. It was glorious.
He's on the move.
And like it was rainy and drizzly, and the leaves were all coming down in the backyard because we have those big fat oak leaves.
I think he wants out.
And it was glorious. You want me to go? He wants out, or
I don't know.
Do you want me to stop it, or you want me to talk?
Okay. We're gonna pause again. So sorry.
The dog needs assistance. Please hold.
Yes.
He needs to potty.
And we're back again.
Hello. Now that you know I can edit this, you're like, I can go pee whenever I want. The dog has to pee. Let's get a snack, get a drink. What do we need?
Yeah, His Majesty needed some water and a trip outside.
But he wouldn't go for me, so we had to wait for her.
So you don't know about the passing of time, but it has passed a little bit. But I do have a few whips that I want to show, and then some of them are mixed in with acquisitions, so I'll just talk about them at the same time.
Fine. That's cool.
Okay, another whip I have going to go along with the theme of the turned over pot holder. So you can see where it kind of starts. I found another one that was on a website where it does these ends a little bit differently, but it's the same idea. So I have another one started.
It's a strip.
Yeah, it's not Nitpicks. Hobby Lobby. Yeah. I love this cotton. This one is in that red monkey or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the sock monkey colorway.
Yeah,
which they don't call it that, but
it calls it monkey red. It is monkey red, and that's the beginnings of it. This one is a little bit different. And I did more because it can be you can chain however many.
Right.
And I think I did 41 on this one because I was going for a bigger.
There's definitely one like that you end up with this rectangle, but then the way that you cinch it ends up squishing down to a circle, and it makes a scrubby.
Oh, no, yeah, that's not what this is.
It looks like that before you do that part.
Basically, this is single crochet, and you keep going around in a spiral, and as you do it, it comes in on itself,
right.
And then eventually the ends meet together, and it makes a square or a rectangle in that case. And it's a free pattern, because you can see on this one, that's where I started.
Right.
I think this was 19 rows, and then you basically, it comes together and you whip stitch it.
Right.
That's the whole premise of this, and I just have another one started.
Yeah.
So that's that one. Good Lord, dog, you stink. Woo! And I don't have a very good sense of smell.
Your nose blind to him now?
No, I don't have a good sense of smell anyway because of the dryness and all that. But yeah, I just got a whiff of him, and it's his mouth. Okay, this one is a whip, but it is in an acquisition. This is the Itty Bitty bag from Ginger Snap Fibers, and she does a mystery bag every month. This was December's. Ginger Snap Fiber. I love her little itty bitties. There's two different sizes you can choose from, a bigger one and a smaller one, and I do this one. And when you can do this little itty bitty bag for $18 and shipping each month, I love it.
Up.
Yes,
nice and firm.
Yeah, and I like the snap. This is holding a whip.
I like the snaps.
It is a sock whip.
I did share your Christmas socks. I don't know if
I saw that. I think that
somebody doesn't post
that might have been what this is. I know, I forget.
Look at that cup.
That came in with this bag. Every now and then she'll send a stitch marker in with the bags.
That's cute.
And then that one was part of this one, and I thought it went perfectly with this. Here's the yarn in the cake.
Give it a second to focus.
And this is Night Owl.
I only have so many hands.
Yeah, I know. This is Night Owl Fibers, Rachel. And I'm trying to get out of the way.
There we go. Night Owl Fibers.
Night Owl Fibers, and this is her Christmas 2023 sock.
$75.25.
Yes. Her and her mom have a podcast. Go check them out.
Yes, they're very sweet.
Super, super
and
nice.
I love her self-striping, and I still have not made my friend's blanket.
Oh, I have so much of hers. A little story about this yarn.
Every summer, she releases a pre-order for her spooky
yarn, which is the Halloween, and her Christmas yarn. For some reason, I did not order the Christmas. I said, oh, I think I have one that's similar to that. I think I'll just use that. Nuh-uh, people. I saw people getting this and knitting it up and went, oh my God, I want that. And it was a sock set that she did because I have the Halloween one. Well, Simply Socks Yarn Co. has an online shop and they carry Rachel's yarn. Some of her yarn. And I happened to come across a skein of this all by itself. The 100 gram skein. It would have been a 100 gram skein anyway with the sock set. I may have squealed a little bit loudly when I saw that I could get the, the 100, just get the yarn by itself because, look at how this thing's knitting up. Cute. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So, didn't I see she posted that, like, whatever leftover... Something Christmas is still for sale.
Yeah, she has some Christmas yarns for pre-order.
Oh,
when she sent out her Christmas email. Yeah, I get her emails.
Yeah, I saw some.
And that's a pre-order because she's going to take those down, and then she's got other stuff coming up for the new year. So, and I did order. I think I ordered.
Yeah, her colors are.
I love her yarn. Yeah. I absolutely adore her yarn. So and the speckles, the speckled stripes with the rest of it, that just does me in. I absolutely love that. So I am so happy.
That kid in the candy store.
I am so happy that I found the Christmas colorway, and I love it so much. It's like I want to savor it. So I haven't been working on it. Does anybody else do that? I love this yarn so much that I just want to savor having it.
Why do you think I haven't done my friend's blankets yet? They're all wound up, all pretty, in gobstoppers in clear containers that I can see. I should have these
socks finished, but I just been like, I really want to enjoy looking at the yarn. So note to self. When in this summer of 2024, usually in July, she comes out with the Halloween and Christmas. Get both. Just get both, because I may not get so lucky the next time when I see it.
You're right.
And then another whip I have is in another Ginger Snap Fibers itty bitty bag. This was not a monthly bag. This was just a winter theme that she has, and I think it's beautiful, just for winter.
Yeah. See, I could use this one because I don't do Christmas.
Right.
So
I'm sorry, it's mine.
I say I was taking it.
And in here, this was actually my Christmas Day cast on because I decided to start.
I did a Christmas Day weave-in.
And this is. I decided to go ahead
and how it matches the bag, y'all. You know how
anybody who knows me. I don't have a stitch marker on it yet, but
I still say that's going to be your cry for help if you're ever kidnapped and when something doesn't match. Come on, focus. There we go.
I decided to get a start on
your goal.
My goal of Peyton's Croy, because it's 2 50-gram balls, so I'm just doing one sock.
Yeah, and you make short socks.
Yeah, these are going to be shorties. Maybe 15 rounds, 20 rounds for the leg at the very most. And this colorway is called Adrift.
You can make baby socks out of your leftovers for Let Them Live.
I could do that too.
I'm just saying.
I don't get the name.
Wait, what's it called?
Adrift.
Well, it looks like the ocean.
Oh, maybe. Okay, cool. So I decided that's my start. Oh, and on these I did, since Peyton's Croy is a thicker yarn, kind of like opal yarn, this is US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter is the, and I still do the 64 stitches. I did 2x2 rib 15 rounds on the regular sock yarn like this one. US 1, 2.25, 64 stitches still, and I like to do 2x2 20 ribs for 20 rounds for the cuff. And then sometimes I do, I am just all over the place here. I'm doing a bit of a textured here. It's the Sock Witchery Lindsay, her String of Lights pattern. It's a paper pattern, so I'm not going to say anything. But it's pretty almost like vanilla knitting.
Yeah.
And in this one, I'm just going to do just stockinette vanilla. But all my socks, except for the ones that are opal or Peyton's, are going to be 2.25, 64 stitch. I do heel flap and gusset. I do tend to do a longer heel flap. I do 20 rows for the heel flap, which gives me a longer gusset, which makes it thicker because I'm older and I have thicker feet, thicker ankles, so that seems to work for me. So that I'm not saying it on every single thing. Okay. Oh, wait, that's not a whip. That's an acquisition.
Please hold.
This is a whip.
Okay.
This is in also. This is an acquisition, but it was a gift. I was in the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube membership group.
Look at the
There's a Facebook. There's a Facebook group for that, and there was a swap. One of the ladies organized a swap. My swap partner gave me that bag, and it's by Fancy Boy Designs, I believe is the name of it.
Yes.
And I'd seen the shop, and I'd looked at them, but I had not gotten, so I was thrilled to death. Look how pretty that is.
That's cute.
That's just wintry. That's not necessarily Christmas.
That's cute.
And then it's got, and I don't know if you can see it, there's a
little
snowflake stitch marker. I need to remember to take that off and put it on there. And I have a little whip. It's basically, I already have a, this is West Yorkshire Spinners. West Yorkshire Spinners. Some people say Yorkshire.
The two people I know from there do not.
Oh, really? So it is West Yorkshire?
I'm pretty sure it's Yorkshire.
Some people say Yorkshire, and I'm like, it's Yorkshire. And and this is the gingerbread colorway. This was last year's West Yorkshire Spinner. See how it looks when it's knitting up? People call it gingerbread.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And show the side with
the colors. I was like,
And I have a cuff and a little bit of a leg going, and that is my Lady Gingerbread, and I believe that's from 3 by the Sea Designs.
That's cute. Now I see it.
And the West Yorkshire I ordered from...
You couldn't see the brown in there. Very
No. And a lot of people have knit this up. That was last year's Christmas colorway for West Yorkshire, and I ordered their yarn from Simply Socks.
Yeah.
Simply Sock yarn. What did I say earlier? That one. And so that's a whip. And I just wanted to show off my very awesome swap partner. I don't know if she watches or not, but cool. In Kay's group, a lot of them know that we do a podcast. So. But I don't promote it because it's Kay's group.
Right.
I'm not going to promote it in there.
Gotcha.
Hi. And
is that all your whips?
Nope.
Cute.
And
wait, there's more.
Oh yeah. We're only at... I don't even know how long, because we stopped like 3 times, so I don't know. This is a bag from Adore Knit.
That's so cute.
I am into gnomes. I am so into gnomes right now.
Did you go to Aldi and get the gnomes? I told you, Aldi
By the time I get to Aldi, everything's gone.
Oh.
I can never find...
Wednesday is stock day.
Okay, because every time I go to Aldi, I see none of the stuff that you tell me about.
Yeah, Wednesday is
we don't go
day.
all the time. But this is... And I like how...
I love Aldi.
Adore Knit on there.
That's cute.
This is their peppermint gnome. I don't know. I think there's multiple people in there. I don't know if there's like a mother and a daughter or a husband and wife or whatever.
I don't know.
But somebody makes bags. Somebody does the stitch markers. I don't have a stitch marker on here.
I think it's on the zipper thing, huh?
Oh yeah, sure enough. They do stitch markers. I don't know if we can see it. There's a gnome stitch marker on the zipper pull. This bag is very well made. It's very sturdy. I love the bags where they do enough interfacing where it doesn't fall in on itself, and other people adore because it can smush up and go in the purse.
I kind of like the squishy
I don't care
ones.
for that.
I like them squishy.
This is another West Yorkshire Spinner start, and it's basically, I'm on the cuff, so it's not a big, huge start. West Yorkshire Spinners, and it is, I want to say this was a couple of years ago. This is the Hollyberry colorway.
Not to be confused with Halle Berry.
But Hollyberry. And I've seen that knit up, and it is so pretty knit up. So I went on Simply Socks again and ordered the Hollyberry. So I think it's Simply Socks Yarn Code. I think they're...
I've never heard of them, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not sure where they're located, but they ship really fast. They're super fast. But yeah, that's another whip and acquisition altogether. Did that. Oh. And I wanted to share this.
That's
Everybody
cute.
in the world. It's in this bag, which is I may have showed this last time. I don't remember.
Think so. Oh, I like
this
that.
Is it's the wireframe bag
love those.
from Knit for Brains.
That's cool.
They have a podcast. Her and her friend have a podcast. Her friend mostly shows stitching, but she does the occasional knit and crochet. And her name is Laura Brady. She's the one that has the Knit for Brains Etsy shop. And that is from You Got a Bag. The needle cozy. Because it's
Are we showing them?
Yeah, I am. Okay. I'm going to show. But yeah, Knit for Brains, they have a podcast too. She has a podcast with her friend Laura and
Cozy memory? Cozy
Yes, I fell down the rabbit hole where I'm going to give it a shot.
Wait, didn't you give me crap when I was doing these? Because
No,
you
I'm
said
sure
you don't like the way they look.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, okay.
Now,
I've only made it to 1.5.
Okay, which way are you doing the thing? Oh, okay.
I'm kind of showing how. I think that's how Anna does it.
Yeah, see, Neil talked me through a way that this had like a raised slip stitch. So
I may get you to show me that because I'm not. You see,
I
it's only 1.5 squares.
This how it looks.
I'm okay with that, but I just find that it all. Maybe it looks better when you get more of them.
It definitely looks better when you get more of them, but I think it's a double slipped, double decrease. I think it's called.
And I think, well, that's what that is right there.
No, there's a way to do it.
SSK and knit two together, I think.
I can't remember, but there's a way. I don't even remember what way I did it because I got frustrated with them too. But it makes
I've only
this
made
seam
it this
right here
far.
stick out. Remember that?
Yeah,
remember
knit
that
two
test I
together.
did? Remember the blue?
Knit two together and then SSK. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a different. What it is on the opposite side, on the wrong side. I think you purl. I think you purl that stitch so it pushes it. I can't remember. Exactly.
Well, that's my teeny tiny start. It may get ripped out. It may not. It may not go any further. And
but you have very pretty.
I'm using. I have different minis. Some of them are probably.
I'm not gonna try to show them all. But wait, what's this?
That was just one I did that was like where I started before.
Oh.
And I didn't like how it looked, so it's like, okay, I just throw those in there. I'm not 100% sold on this. I don't like how this all. I don't like. I gotta show it on the screen. I don't like how everything looks, but I did order me a set of the signature needles.
You don't like how what looks?
I just don't like the join.
Oh, the join.
I don't like the join.
Yeah.
Everybody else, when I see everybody else,
the other thing, Yolanda said, slip your first stitch.
I'm doing that.
So that when you join, it's
doing
smoother.
that now.
Oh.
I'm doing that now because those others in there, I wasn't doing that.
Well, I got nothing because that's the extent of my works.
I watched the different videos. Kay, the crazy sock lady, does it. Lisa of Knit All the Yarn, 72 Stitches. She
Anna does them all the time.
Anna does them. And Kay's and now Lisa are doing DK.
Yeah, see that was doable.
But I even ordered a set of needles, the straights from Signature.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a US 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not past 1.5 squares because I'm not 100% sold. I'm going to go with it further, but I like the needles.
I think the reason people like it too is they use their scraps. So they finish a project, they throw a scrap in there, and they make.
I'm
a square.
not that dedicated.
I'm not that dedicated. Just constantly is going. And see, I would want to try to plan everyone. Okay. Either they're gonna have to all be scraps or planned.
And that's all I brought to show. I have, and then there's a few acquisitions mixed in there. I do have some acquisitions.
Okay. Well, I'll do mine.
And then a future knit afterwards, but it's not that many.
No, I'll do my acquisitions and you do yours.
Okay.
Okay. First ones was Chicken Lady Fiber Arts had a last chance. Make sure you get her emails because not only is she a sponsor of Politically Incorrect Knitters, which you get a coupon code if you watch their podcast. I'm not going to cheat and give it to you. You have to watch the podcast. But she sends emails, so like if the month has 5 weeks.
I do get her emails.
I could be wrong. But if the month has 5 weeks, she'll have like a free shipping code, and I think every 5th Monday is something else.
Okay.
There's other thingies she does. And she doesn't send a gazillion emails, so.
No, that's really pretty.
Right.
I just never remember to go.
She had a last chance. Like, hey, here's some stuff that's going to be in the last chance. So this one is called Yikes on DK.
Pretty.
Which is more orangey than it looks. I love
it is looking lighter.
I love me some DK socks. Yeah, it's much more brighter. The oranges are brighter. Yeah. And then one of these two, or maybe both, depends on how nice I am, will be prizes for whodunit, because this one's called Crime Scene. And this one's called Blood Splatter. But I think I have Blood Splatter. I really don't know.
I think you do.
I have a lot of Chicken Lady
I want to say
yarn.
you do.
Because this was for Tabitha Murder Knits
that's what
colorway. So I'm pretty sure I have this one. So, and I might give away both because red's not really my jam either. I just had to get it because of the name. Mm-hmm. And she is sending me, I think, a clue set too, because she has a cool clue set. Or Cluedo, as the Brits say. Although these two actually kind of go together.
They do.
and they're the same base, so that would be really cool.
Are they both DK?
They're both Cerama sock, however you say that. Cerama. So they're 80-20.
Oh, okay, socks.
So 80-20 socks, I mean, actually could go together. So. Which I just grabbed because they were in her.
They can make socks or make a two-color shawl.
It'd be a good murder knit shawl.
Yeah,
cowl. Put them together. So I'll probably be nice and give away both of these together. Because sometimes I'm nice. But I do have lots of other prizes. I just want to show those since.
Yeah. Cool. What else you got?
This is the official.
Oh yeah, I get to see.
Okay, so this was Holly's. I think she had it in 2 things. DK. I want a DK. Now I will say I absolutely love.
That's showing really pretty.
Yeah, that's showing really pretty. I've been into greens lately, and all the instructions I gave them was that it takes place in New Orleans and on St. Charles. So I explained to them what the St. Charles streetcar was, which is a different color streetcar. It's green, not red like the other streetcars. And they are not trolleys, they're streetcars, and I will fight you on this. And
they're not cable cars.
They're not cable cars. Although technically, I think there is a...
But we call them streetcars.
We call them streetcars. But only the St. Charles route is green. There may be one other green one now, but it used to be the St. Charles was the only
There's
one.
a route that goes like to the Riverwalk to the French Quarter.
Yeah, but the Riverwalk and French Quarter ones are red, I think.
Okay.
St. Charles streetcar.
I've done those, but it's been years.
And it is.
And I've done the St. Charles, and I do not remember that it was green. It's the weekend that we rented the house, and yeah.
But it's the prettiest green. It's a really pretty color, and I love that color green. And
did she capture it?
I think she captured. So all I told both of them was because they didn't know the story. I just told them it takes place in New Orleans. I said, so streetcar, St. Charles, streetcar, mossy oaks, and murdery thing, so it's not going to be something like super bright, because it's murder. So I think they both did a phenomenal job with the prompts.
It's pretty.
So
I'm not drawn to greens.
I've been lately. I don't know what
I'm
my
drawn
deal
to blues,
is.
but that is very pretty.
My deal lately. So I have this.
So is that what I'm getting from Carista?
You're getting this from Carista. So Carista, I gave her the same prompt since she called it the
cool. Because I ordered that set.
She called it
whenever she gets it ready.
She called it the poison vial set.
Yeah.
I am in no way neither confirming nor denying that there are any poison vials anywhere involved in the story. She just called it that, which makes sense because if she wants to choose to have it later,
it's a murder mystery,
and the whodunit's over
exactly.
with. It's just a name, so that makes sense. So
very pretty
again, but I gave her the same prompts with the greens and the mossy oaks.
I think I did sock. I don't think I did DK. Is that
DK? This one, I think it was only in socks.
Okay, I got whatever she had.
But look, I mean, she threw a little.
But I didn't order until like a few days ago. One day last week. So
she had the set with the bag, and then she had just a sock. But look at the little red she put.
Yeah,
in
I just had the sock set. Yeah,
for murder.
Yeah.
So when she first did it, she had a little bag with it.
Looks like a little notions pouch.
Little notions pouch.
Yeah.
Again, neither confirming nor denying that there are any poison vials anywhere in the store.
The stitch marker.
And the stitch marker is a little.
Oh yeah. That's cute.
A little vial of poison.
Very cute. To continue the theme.
You see it? Yeah. Oop. Okay. So, which I thought was really cute. So.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's really pretty. Her colors are always really pretty too, but I love that they both.
And her sock yarn is so plump and gorgeous. What is the? I forget what it is.
I forget too.
80-20. Yeah, her sock yarn is very plump.
Yeah, this is a superwash merino.
Because she did our colorway, and it just, I love it.
But I just thought it was really cool how they both, like totally different yarns, but they both
very cool.
Had the same inspiration, which was the point because they literally were given the same instructions.
Yeah,
and I very much appreciate them being willing to take the time to dye and because that's a lot of work. All right. Then this. Oh, that was yours. There you go.
Oh, sweet.
Forgot about that.
Oh, I gotta pay you.
I did an order with Arcane Fiberworks, which he is adorable.
Is he in Canada?
Yes, he's in Canada. They actually sent me like a letter, like a thank you letter. Now, I don't know if it was actually really handwritten or if it was just typed to look like it was handwritten.
Yeah.
But still, that was really nice, because I've ordered, I think, 3 times from him before, but it's been over a span of years, It's not like I order every month, So I just thought that was really nice that he would do that.
Well, he has crochet gauge information on here.
Oh, look at that.
Not because most of them just have like needle
Yeah.
size.
So it's arcanefiberworks.ca because it's Canada. And I mean, it took a little bit to get to me, but I mean, he right away shipped it. You know.
Well, you've had it for a little while, huh?
No, I've had it. Like, so I mean, but it took.
I haven't seen
it. Took a while to get to me because it came from Canada, but he shipped. I got a notification that he shipped it pretty early, but you know, Canada Post.
This is mine.
Takes a while from Canada. So that one's poinsettia.
Pretty poinsettia.
Pretty poinsettia. His color. I love.
Or poinsettia or poinsettia, depending on where you live.
I say poinsettia. His website's so pretty because he has whatever inspiration picture next to the yarn, and that's what gets me every time. I'm like, oh, it's so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, I gotta pay you.
This one is she sells seashells.
That is pretty. Oh,
which looks much prettier in real life.
Yeah, but it's showing really pretty on the screen too.
Pinks and grays.
Ooh, that is very pretty.
And I can't remember how.
Is that soccer?
This is DK. I think I got all DK.
I was going to say, that looks thicker.
I think I got all DK, but
I got 80-20. I got
he has, other. Ooh. This one's called Mountainside.
Very pretty.
Because I'm down with the greens again.
I'm trying to get out of the way.
And this one, I mean, I could have bought them all.
They're so that looks springy.
Dragon fruit.
Yeah. That looks kind of.
This one's dragon fruit. So he's got very, very pretty colorways and a very good eye. Oops,
yes.
A piece of fuzz for me.
Reminds me of Expression Fiber Arts, the way they do the
yeah.
inspiration picture and then their yarn.
So he's very cool. And I think you get points like that save up in your account, you know, for like coupons off and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's somebody else I do that one.
I'm trying to see if it would say when he actually.
Oh, probably Freckled Whimsy.
Yeah.
I had points with him.
Yeah, like he mailed it. I mean, because he's got to sit here and fill out the custom stuff and everything. And I think it was free shipping over a certain amount. But I don't even think it took all four. It wasn't like a huge. Like sometimes free shipping is like $150. You know, it wasn't. It wasn't like that. Cool. I think it was like $50 or something like that. Which that's 2 skeins of yarn. You know. So I figured, hey, if I'm getting 2, I'm gonna get more. So.
I just got one to try.
I have another one of his that's kind of like that Mountainside. It might be Mountainside for all I know, but it's green and it's darker, I think, though, than that. And it's sock weight, but I've got quite a few of his that are pretty. So that's all my acquisitions.
Okay.
Except for, like, I got some hobby yarn for the wedding blanket, but I didn't bring that.
Okay, one of my acquisitions is part of my swap that I got from my swap partner in the Crazy Sock Lady group.
Excuse me.
And because it was either send a yarn or some minis and then whatever extras you wanted to send somebody. And since it was in December, most everybody did a holiday thing. That is a chick that knits.
That's the coolest label.
Yeah, that's what she sent me, a skein of that. It's a chick that knits.
Oh goodness, I pick up. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, it's kind of hard. You can see it better on the card. That is just the coolest logo.
She has some different yarn that does some kind of interesting pooling thing with texture.
Focus.
But this
there
is... Oops, sorry.
I was trying to get it to focus. There we go.
And I think this is a single ply.
Feels like a single.
Andrew, sit down.
He'll live. It's single fingering.
That was Andrew.
100% superwash merino wool.
Yeah.
Called Sea Nymph.
I was thinking maybe a hat.
Yeah.
Like maybe a sockhead hat or something like that. I don't know how many yards there is, but
it's pretty.
400 yards.
It's very rich color.
Yeah. So that was not. I mean, that was a part of my swap gift.
Cool.
And but as far as like acquisitions and purchases, another thing I got, Signature Needles is going out of business.
Oh yeah.
And I ordered another. Andrew, go sit. Go sit.
You want me to let him out?
Get in your bed. No, he'll go. I ordered another set of straights. This is size US 3, I believe. Because I had it in my head I might try the DK Cozy Memories. And, you know... And
I still just use the circulars.
And, I just wanted to. I always wanted to try.
I used to do washcloths on those.
I think I paid for the soft ones. I paid regular price. They're going out of business, so I ordered...
Well, might have to go look now.
I don't know what they've got left. You can go look and see, but I don't know, 25% off, 40% off, some such thing. I mean, it was a pretty decent, because I think a set of straights is like $38. So I think it was still $20-something. So, but got these, and they didn't have the shorter, but I thought with DK, it's going to be bigger.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a 10-inch.
Yeah.
So I did. That is an acquisition, and then I also recently got some.
These are.
Woo! So sorry. Woo! That was me. So sorry. I recently got some new stitch markers from 3 by the Sea. Got a pretty ice cream cone. It looks way better in person. And then a Christmas stocking.
Plus with the glitching.
That's a cute Christmas stocking. That one showed up better.
Yeah, you can see the knit.
And then I got 3 of these. Nomies.
You're fine.
3 nomies. I like my nomies. So I got 3 of those.
Cute. 3 by the Sea?
Yeah, 3 by the Sea. And I can't remember if I showed these.
I don't think you showed the food.
These are from Simply Serving.
I love hers.
That is a Cheez-It. It's cracker.
They're so realistic.
Yeah. And some of them was a pre-order, so it took a while. This is a Twinkie. I may have shown 1 or 2 of these.
I think you showed a couple of them, but not all of them. Because you can see the.
You can see
back.
you can see the front.
There we go.
And then a waffle with some butter on it.
I think you had ordered them.
Yeah, and I don't know if this one had come in yet or not, but.
Oh, you're fine.
He thinks it's time to eat. He gets fed around 4, but around 2:30 on, he starts whining at me.
What else you got?
Freckled Whimsy. I'm in the monthly yarn club, and this was December's.
So everybody would have gotten theirs.
Oh yeah. I think it's called Meet Me Under the Mistletoe or something, and I just get the single skein of the sock, $75.25.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Meet Me Under the Mistletoe.
Yeah,
December.
That was December.
8 stripe repeat.
And then I get her Christmas club, but that's up front already a whip. She just started it. It's the Christmassy yarn club, so every month I get this and I get the Christmassy, and every month it's a Christmas colorway. So, not that I don't already have a lot of Christmas yarn, but I said, you know what, I'm going to do that for a while. And then, everybody knows how much I love Tia's. Tia's Terrific Threads. That was a recent colorway. That was like a Thanksgiving colorway. And it shipped, I ordered it, and it shipped like on the 23rd, and I got it today.
It's called Color Me Thankful.
Yeah, it's her like
DK weight, 75.25.
Yeah, that one's DK weight, and because you can't really see it, but behind Winona is my bowl of all Tia's yarns. That's all my Tia's yarn. I like her stuff. Very much like her yarn. I have a thing for self-striping.
Me too.
And my favorites are Tia's, Freckled Whimsy, and Night Owl Fiber.
Mm-hmm.
I do get like mustache, pretty regular.
Yeah.
But mostly Night Owl Fibers and Tia's and I'm totally into Freckled Whimsy now.
What's that?
Let me see. Oh, this is a future cast on, but I wanted to share the yarn. I don't know if I ever showed the yarn.
Probably.
Sorry.
It's
P&W yarn. She's self-striping. She's out of Seattle.
Let's give them a chance to try to say it. What do you think?
I don't know. It's
laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
And then
this is a perfect color match.
I'm going to put it in this bag with the fleur-de-lis on it from Rick of Whimsy Stitches. I've had this for quite a while.
Which could be your whodunit, because you can use New Orleans inspired.
But I need to, I've had this yarn for a few months.
It is pretty.
I need to make some Mardi Gras socks.
That's very squishy. In a minute.
He thinks it's time to eat.
He's not even looking at me. He's looking past me to
at
her.
me, yes.
Like he's like, whatever, woman, you're not my mom.
And I think that's it. I've had lots and lots. I've gotten a lot of bags and yarn lately, but that's just what I wanted to show today.
So you got everything.
And I think that's about it.
I think that's all of my stuff too.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can edit. I can edit this. Like I said, unless you want to be my sugar daddy and buy me another MacBook, I don't really have any other solutions. So
I suspect it's the computer. I don't know.
Probably, but
I don't know if it's got anything to do with the speed or anything.
I mean, it's an older MacBook. I bought it from my coworker's daughter. So I mean, the only other solution is to buy an actual camera, which again, I don't have the money for that right now. So
I'm not going to spend the money on it.
because a real camera, which my actual...
For 6 podcasts a year, I'm not buying it.
You know, and one day I probably will, because my actual Nikon died, because I took real pictures of the kids and nature and stuff like that, but with the way iPhones and everything have gone, I just use those now, and like I even took my kids in your pictures with the iPhone, so...
I don't know, maybe one month we could try on my phone or something.
Or if I upgrade my iPhone one day, you just keep that one and you use that one as like your recording one, and you just delete it every time. Doesn't matter about the storage. But I will one day probably get another actual DSLR camera, and now they come pretty much automatically with video, but I haven't got to that point yet. So because I just don't take enough pictures to make it worthwhile. So
the noise in the background is Andrew. It's 3:35.
Clearly, she is starving him. And you should call the authorities, because it's...
he generally
do you hear it? Oh, my.
Oh, he's pitiful. He generally gets fed at 4. About 2:30 on, he usually starts hassling me.
Wait, give him a minute.
Is that pitiful or what?
I hope y'all can hear that. That's so sad.
So manipulative. But that is a trait of a dachshund. They are very manipulative.
That's funny.
When he stands in front of his bed and stares at me until I get up and I lift the blanket, he gets in the bed and I put the blanket on him, he will literally stand there and stare at me until I do it. And it's not a look at, it's a woman get up kind of look.
That's okay. Like the cat, Minnie, she's a fluffy one, that she's really not nice. She's not a lap cat. She doesn't really sit on anybody. She doesn't want you to pet her. But at night, she will come in the bedroom with me, and she will sit on me for a little bit, or she'll sit next to me, and then she goes and sleeps at the foot of the bed. Well, if it gets to be too late, like one night over this past few days, because it's been a wonderful time of not working, we stayed up late watching The Crown, and it was probably maybe like 11, and she like stood in the middle of the living room, looked at me, and went in the bedroom like, well, I guess I'm just going to bed now. I was like, sorry.
Now he's up and on the move again.
Alright, I guess that's our cue that we had to wrap it up. So if you have any questions, or if we forgot anything, or if you couldn't hear us, we talked too low, because I will definitely try to moderate the sound in editing, since the first part was in the microphone, the second part wasn't, so... And hopefully glitching isn't too bad.
And if you sit through this all the way to the end, putting up with all of the different, breaks and edits.
Deuces, babe, if you make it.
We very much appreciate it. We know everybody has a lot of choices for their, viewing, and I do the same thing. I watch a lot of different podcasts, and I do appreciate it.
And shout out to our homies, and watch if you want to join in our Who Done It, get ready and sign up, because it'll be fun, hopefully. And if my story sucks, don't tell me.
I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't. And I will read it with everybody else, so I don't have a clue. I don't even know.
All I've said is it takes place in New Orleans, because they say write what you know. So I even have like little author's notes in sections, because I actually fact check stuff to make sure that, because even though
so many people that set books in New Orleans will have I'm going to go from this street to this street. So, it's like those two streets are nowhere near each other.
I know somebody that actually grew up, but her grandmother grew up where I pictured this house, where the story taking place, and so I actually had a text her, I'm like, does this really happen? Can you do this? And she fact checked it all for me.
Cool. Very cool.
So, and so I did try my best to keep it, factual but fun.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
All right.
Well, again, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, and once again with the spiel, if you feel like subscribing, that would be awesome. If you want to leave a comment, we love comments. Yep. We love interacting.
And if you just want to say hello to Andrew, apparently he needs the attention.
And apparently he's very deprived. I don't know how much of this is going to come.
I hope that shows up. I hope they can hear that, because that's just sad.
But yeah, we don't have like a Facebook group or a Ravelry page or anything. So, if you want to comment down below, awesome.
We'll still into the next year. We'll see you next year,
See you next year. Bye, everybody.